Hello, a warm welcome to our today's session. Today we are going to discuss the different phases of O. Henry's life. So what he did, how he did, why he changed his name, and the way how he spent time in jail, and for what reason he went to jail, and the way how he took his formal education in aunt's place, and what his uncle suggested to him after getting the degree in pharmacist, what type of job he preferred to do, like all these things we can discuss in this phase wise. And you see now here one more point we have to discuss. In the previous session we discussed and we had the information about his message to the readers, what he suggested. Reading is a good habit. Finally, even though we are going to read, we have to develop a confidence in us to develop good skills for writing. So finally, here I'm going to share with you a few more points related to O. Henry. So O. Henry's pen name is the O. Henry, as we know that, but his full name is William Sidney Potter, and he was born in the year of 1862 and died in the year of 1910. So right now we have this information regarding the points for discussion. And OND has given one quote related to his personal life and private life and everything. What he said, life is made up of sobs, sniffles, and smiles, with the sniffles predominating. So this is the life. In few words, he picturized the entire uh, life of some, not someone's, life of sufferers. So what he said, life is made up of soft sniffles and smiles, but here with the sniffles predominating at the end, he used the words predominating sniffles, that we have to take to the consideration how far he is thinking before going to write and select a word in the form of a structure in a sentence. So this shows his authority and the language and the command and the style of his presentation. And you see in the next, in the year of 1862 to 1877, so almost year, how many years we are going to see? 15 years. We can see his adolescent age and what he did, how he spent his time, and what he achieved in those days. That we can see. He was born in Greensboro, North Carolina. This also we know. And he began reading at young age, and he loved the novels in particular. And his favorite things are childhood books or Arabian Nights. What is his favorite book and childhood book was refers to here Arabian Nights. Is why he quit school at age of 15 to become a pharmacist. So in the year of 1877 to 77 to 82, almost 5 years, you see here, after quitting the school, what he did. At the age of 19, he became a fully licensed pharmacist and worked in his uncle's drugstore. And here in our country, we used to say pharmacy or medical shop. So here, drugstore. He had a quite reputation for being a prankster. He was troubled with an ongoing cough which worried him because both his grandmother and mother had died of tuberculosis. So in the family history, there is a health issue, that is a tuberculosis. So he was troubled with that ongoing cough which worried him because both his grandmother and mother, they had the particular one and they died of because of this tuberculosis. So he too got the same problem or same health issue to him. Now you see after 8 years, so in the particular period of these 5 years, what and how he spent in another 87 to 82. Phase wise, I am going to discuss with you. With his intense fear of the tuberculosis, he moved to Texas, a state known for its hot, dry climate there. So he can't stay in the cool atmosphere. That's why he shifted himself. He moved to the particular place, that is a Texas, where the weather condition suits to him. Here he took a job as a cowboy, an unusual cowboy, since he was known to walk around the ranch with a pocket dictionary and a book of poems. In 1887, he married Athol East and became a bank teller. So, in the year of 1887, he married Athol East and became a bank teller. And the next 5 years, what he did, in the year of 1894, he started a humorous weekly newspaper that is the weekly newspaper that is the Rolling Stone, which went under after only a year. In which year he started the newspaper? In the year of 1894, he started a humorous weekly newspaper named the Rolling Stone, which went under after only a year. And in 1896, and he arrested for stealing funds from the bank where he worked. He then fled to Honduras, which is where he was, and when his wife Woolley, 29, died of tuberculosis. When he was in Henry's, he came to know that his wife is going to die because of this disease, that is a tuberculosis. And by that time, his wife age is 29 only. In the year of 1898, his first short story was published, that is Whistling Dick's Christmas Stocking. What is his first short story? Whistling Dick's Christmas Stocking. In the year of 1898 to 1901, he served 3 years of 5 years of sentence in a prison. And in the 1901, he released early and changed his name to as O. Henry as a way to leave his shameful past behind. This theme, actually, the theme of the theme of this change resurfaces in many of his later short stories. You can see further the last period of this great man. In the year of 1902, he moved to New York City, the setting for most of his stories. In the year of 1904, he published his first collection of stories, that is Cabbages and Kings. In the year of 1906, published his second collection of stories, which made him famous, that is the 4 million. And in the year of 1907, he remarried to a woman named Sarah Lindsay Coleman, whom he had known when he was a young boy. The marriage was very unhappy and they were extremely poor despite his beginning success as a writer. So, in the year of 1910, he died of cirrhosis of his liver. So, finally, he passed away in the year of 1910. So, by that time, he didn't earn anything. He is very poor to manage all his things at home and outside. So now here you see the pseudonym. Why he is using that one? No one knows for sure how he chooses a pen name, but here he is not having any idea while choosing of this particular pseudonym. In such a way, we have few of talks or messages in the particular books of his biography. The theories what he proposed here, I'm giving to you. The European chemist O. Henry, as seen in pharmacy magazines, African American ranch hand, an excellent story writer named Old Henry. Cowboy song with the line, "Oh Henry, what sentence have you got?" Customer at bank named O. Henry, who was frequently called back to the counter with O. Henry. And rough master in Hundreds, whom others called O. Henry, captain of prison guard, whose name was O. Henry in the accounts book. So here there are different theories. There are different discussions related to his name. O. Henry wrote about nearly 300 short stories, most of them in the last 10 years of his life. He had only 23 cents in his pocket when he died. His funeral was mistakenly scheduled for the same time as a wedding ceremony. One of America's most prestigious literary prizes, the O. Henry Award, was established in his honor. It honors short stories of exceptional merit. And here I'm going to share with you bibliography. If you want to get the other study of the O. Henry, the language of literature, here you can get much information about the O. Henry, The Gift of the Maggie, Art of the West, that is also by O. Henry, Hobbes and Robbers. So these books are available to give to give us much information about the O. Henry. Once again, if you see in brief of these particular phase-wise activities of O. Henry, it's very interesting for us. In the beginning itself, we got the information about his a way of understanding and receiving the life in the society. What he said through one sentence: life is made up of sobs and sniffles and smiles, with sniffles predominating. This is Henry's message. And in the next phase, what he said, where he was born, what type of education he received, his formal education is completely under the guidance of his aunt and uncle. His uncle suggested him to become a pharmacist, and at the age of 19, he became a full pharmacist and worked in a drugstore. He had a quite a good reputation for being a prankster in those days, and later he identified the health problem with him, that is that is cirrhosis. Continuously used to get the coughing because his grandmother and mother died off with the tuberculosis. So with that, he too got the same problem, health issue. With his intense fear of tuberculosis, he moved to the Texas because there the weather conditions are little bit of a hot and a dry climate. So he can't stay in the cold climate. Then he moved to the particular place, that is Texas. And here he took a job as a cowboy, as unusual. A cowboy since he was born to walk around the ranch with a pocket dictionary and a book of poems. Even doing his work, he used to always carry a pocket dictionary and a book of poems. He has the habit of reading, writing something since from his childhood. That was cultivated when he was as a child, because his aunt gave her a good guidance when he was in the school. In the year of 1887, he married Ethel Estates and became a bank teller. But this in the year of 1894, he started a humorous weekly newspaper under the name of the Rolling Stone. That runs only 1 year later. It was gone. And later, after 2 years, he was arrested for stealing funds from the bank where he worked, and not only for the funds. And some a case was filed on his name related to the money matters. He then fled to the Honduras, which is where he was when his wife died of tuberculosis. And his first short story was published under the name of the Visiting Dick's Christian Stocking. And then later he was in jail for 5 years for his good behavior. He released after 3 years of his presence in the jail. Now you can see a few more books and collections of history. In the year of 1904, and Cabbage and the Kings, the particular collection of short stories book was published. In the year of 1906, 4 million book was released. In the year of 1907, he remarried to a woman named Sarah Lindsay Coleman, whom he had known when he was an young boy. So finally, he died in the year of 1910 with the cirrhosis of the liver. So this is the complete biography in a phase-wise of the O. Henry. So in the next session, we can see and start the last leaf.